want to do a short video today on just the mistakes, and I still kind of make these sometimes, and I have evidence of it. So, you know, it's one of them deals where it's just one of those things that doesn't extend the life of your ferro rod. So I'm just going to show one of the common mistakes that people make with a ferro rod and talk about it and how we can prevent ourselves from doing that. So a lot of people, beginners and even just people who've done it a long time and haven't really paid much attention, you can see like grooves worn in this. Hopefully you can see it a little bit better back, but there are like grooves in this ferro rod, and they usually come with a small section of saw blade. They're supposed to be, depending on the manufacturer, sometimes there's a good burr on the back side of these like they're supposed to be, and it's way better to use the back end of this than it is the sawtooth. But even I've used it to scrape a little extra off into something and then strike it later, when we should really be going the full length of our ferro rod, like all the way down. And this one's, I don't know, this is a crappy striker. I'll use a better one. This one actually has a burr on it. So that keeps you from having those big long streaks in it. The sun is kind of washing it out, but there would be, let's see if we can get this shielded a little bit better. There are like long streaks in that from the saw side, or just from, and you can even get like wavy, bumpy spots in it from like failing to press equally as hard all the way through to get a good strike. These aren't very good at being able to strike with a good amount of pressure anyway. So like, I guess I'll bump up to the bigger one. It's a little bit softer of a ferro rod. It's an Uberleben. It's like a big freaking 8-inch, half-inch freaking diameter rod. But comes with a really good freaking striker on it. But you know, you going the full length of your striking surface is going to produce a lot better sparks, and having a consistent pressure will keep you from having like ridges as you're going down. So you'll end up with a good, smooth kind of wear on it. These bigger ones, they have paint all the way around them, just to kind of protect them from corrosion and things like that. But you're going to get better spark coming off of it like that. So that's kind of the idea. And another thing that people mess up on is they just generally don't put enough pressure. So it's just like, you need something where you need a shower coming off of it. You need something that's gonna stick or fall into a bundle and burn, not just, because it looks like it would be setting something on fire, but you're going to get a lot more heat in your attempt to actually ignite your tinder with consistent pressure, you know, where you can step back and you can watch it travel. So that's one of those things, you know, you want sparks that have some meat to them and they're going to travel. So when you're first starting to learn to use a ferro rod, make sure you're using consistent pressure. Try to make a smooth strike, and you'll be able to see that evidence on the rod itself. So just a little tip on that.